Welcome back and good morning, y'all. Once again, we're here with more Rocket League games here at the Play vs. Fall 2022 High School Championship featuring the Arkansas Trade Association. Of course, my man, Animal, how you doing, dog?
I'm happy to be here, excited for some games, ready to get down to the action. We've got some stellar teams on the lineup here for you today. We have a face-off in a best-of-7 between the Axo Collectors and Team Balance. I just want to say, I love those names. I think you mentioned that as well. Phenomenal Rocket League names representing Valley View High School and Van Buren High, respectively here. We have Chris Jennings, the coach of the Valley View Axo Collectors, representing Jade, Jim's Kinda, and Gabe. And on the Van Buren High, Coach Wes Gandel representing, we got Rogers, yeah, and then we got Lone Wolf Pup, and I'm gonna butcher this middle one. Any ideas on this one?
I want to say Zushi,
yeah. Anyway, we'll get a clarification on that from the team behind the scenes here. But let's get down to the pitch. Let's get it started. Suplex, do you got any keys to today's games? Excited.
Kick it right off now. Got a ball straight towards the side of Team Balance, I'm assuming. Yeah, those teams are correct. Perfect. Nice.
Yeah, we do have the Axo Collectors on the blue team and the Team Balance on the orange team, respectively, again, representing Valley View High and Van Buren High. Big opportunity there for Gabe. Wanted to get a touch on it. Couldn't quite get it off the bat there. Team Balance are going to break out of their own end. But kinda looking to find an aerial play here. Gets a pass towards the middle. That's going to be cleared out by Team Balance.
Chris is in very clear comfort in the air from Axel Collectors here.
Whoa! Off the
Whee!
crossbar. That's an early shot. Hello. Team Balance wanted to be the first team to strike the series here. Unable to capitalize on that opportunity. Great shot off the crossbar there. Is another one floats towards the center, and the Axel Collectors do clear it out.
What a solid reactionary defense there, but even better save from Zushi. Oh my goodness, yo. Reaction time for these players is one thing, but the accuracy of their movement to really make these plays is another.
Yeah, we're off to the races already in a big way here as Team Balance is going to try and clear it out of their own end. Nice pass across. They're able to get over one. A little bit of an opening in the corner there, but Axel Collectors do at least stop in the corner for the time being. Another 50 towards the slot there. Gabe is looking to corral this ball there. Isn't able to get to it. Jade is in net in the center slot. Just make sure nothing gets through. Some boost on the sidewall there is going to go up in the air to pick that opportunity. And a huge shot on net. Wow, big opportunity there for Gabe. Isn't able to capitalize.
That's at the corner here. Potential shot, but a nice little clear there. Of course, don't want to let anything set up too much here. It's go for the 50-50. Almost loses it there, but a nice little save. Of course,
That
Gabe
was
holding it down.
spicy play there in the slot. Great opportunity.
And you can see just how comfortable these teams are just taking it into the air, fighting it all in these air-to-air shots, and of course, if you miss those, you're going to be at hang time for a long time. It's risky, but when you have the hours under your belt, really hit these shots in the air, it's impressive, yo. Oh, you're clearing that just barely. Go for shot off the pass. Rogers trying to take it across the field. No dice this time, Axel Collectors. Holding down that offense. Trying to keep it on the side of Team Balance, but so far Team Balance can't quite get it cleared. We got some really good offense and just... It's almost like active... It's almost like treating the center goal line or the central middle line as your actual goal. It's not letting it even past that.
Yeah, that was, again, some crazy opportunities coming in here. You know, I surprised as the 0-0 scoreline is these teams seem to be relatively evenly matched, but at this point, usually the seal has been broken on the scoreline. As we come down to the final 2 minutes here, they're still looking for an opportunity towards the front of the net as that one goes high and wide over top.
Well, corner clear here for Gabe, just won by the net, but can't quite win that one 50-50, and one more chance for Axel Collectors to hopefully get back in there. But right now they're on defense, a nice little dunk from Rogers, bounced it off the wall, perfect flight to catch it past himself. Look at this play, yo. Oh no, it's all Zushi off that wall. Very nice communication there.
Yeah, smart play there, and Team Balance breaks the scoreline just into the 2-minute mark here. 1-0 lead. Again, that first game and that first goal sets the pace and sets the precedent for the rest of the series. Is how things will shake out.
A little top of the roof demo there, some fireworks for the crowd. Got back up towards the center. Now towards 17 Balance, hopefully. Chance for Axel Collectors, but they can't quite make it happen that easily. Team Balance, of course. Big whiff, but nobody's ready for the shot. The net was completely open, but Axel Collectors still recuperating, still gaining boost. And off the top!
Oh, that was 2 bounces! Oh my goodness! Dancing on the goal line, wasn't able to finish it off there as Axel Collectors are going to want that one back. This Team Balance heading to the other end and looking to strike there. Big shot towards the net, wasn't able to land it in the goal, but Axel Collectors are going to go back to the other end and see if they can recoup after that crazy crossbar play.
Yeah, near heart stopper there, but we're going to keep moving. Just one goal inside Team Balance so far. Axel Collectors have yet to clap back. They've had chances, they've had setups, they've had really, really good offense and ball control on side of Team Balance, but once they get it towards the net, they just can't quite get it to be a unstoppable goal. Ooh, a chance there from Zushi, but again, not quite there on time. Jay gets demoed as well. Let's slow down that pace for the side of Axel Collectors as they respawn and regain that boost as well.
Gotta manage that boost, make sure you get the refills when you need them there, especially coming back from spawn. You only have 33 boosts to work from respawn, just not a lot to work with, all said and done. Final 20 seconds here, Axel Collectors really need an opportunity here. Reminder for those at home, 0 seconds does not constitute the end of the game. The end of the game is constantly when around 0 seconds and the ball touches the ground. So still an opportunity for a play here for the Axel Collectors to tie this up if they really want to.
Yeah, 3 seconds on the clock, but the chances are not limited until it hits the ground like that. Team Balance, of course, sneaking away. It's a huge dunk from Rogers. Hit that game one. Put themselves on the board. The momentum started. Very nice stuff so far.
That's a great kickoff to the series. I'm not disappointed, to be honest. I think that was a very evenly matched series. I don't think either team let up too much on the performance side. They kept safe plays in front of their own nets. They took the opportunities that they had and tried to make the best of them. Like, saw that one just bounce off the crossbar on the Axel Collector side they weren't able to capitalize on. Fortunate bounces, they can't all go your way. You know, it do be like that. But as you know, as we move into the series and as we get a little deeper in, it's really important for these players to remain calm, work as a team, make those passes to each other, and find a way to connect for those very important points.
Oh, entirely. I think I have a plan in mind. It's not quite ready to warm it up quite yet. Had game one under belt.
The races. Here we go.
Yeah, we got practice under our belt now.
Excuses now as the hand should be warm. Everyone's had an opportunity to play here.
Everyone's been looking good too. No one's slacking. That's for sure.
No,
the 1-0 scoreline on game one. I mean, that's crazy.
And I agree entirely. I think that's the important thing we need to recognize here is this is a tight series. A 1-0 scoreline in a game of Rocket League is surprising at best, if I'm being honest with you. Rocket League is typically a higher scoring game. You know, I'd say base is usually a 3-2 scoreline and not higher than that. We've seen, you know, games that can spiral out of control to the 7-8s and even double digits occasionally here. So I think it's going to be critical for these teams to maintain that strong goal line presence to make sure they're not letting any easy opportunities through, but they need to find a way to capitalize on those opportunities that do end up the other team tripping up their own net, you know, and those little crossbar bounces, little post bounces, just cleaning up little stuff like that, you know, leads to good goals and good opportunities very quickly. There's one's going to open up for the net. Abe, one to pass that in front, like they did in front.
Yeah, really solid stuff. I mean, on top of that as well, it's not only the amount of warm-up you need, but the amount of communication warm-up you need as well. I mean, playing with a team is not easy. And even when you're fully playing with each other every single day, I mean, really getting those practice rounds in, it can take a while to really get in that flow of synergy and being on the same page as everyone else.
Takes time, takes effort. That's why he plays the team. Oh, big goal line opportunity there. There we go. Team Balance breaks the seal again in this game number 2, up 1-0. A little earlier than last time, so a little more time to extend their lead if they do choose so. I just want to credit the Axel Collectors. Great initial save on the goal line there to keep that one out. You know, it was cleaned up at the end by Team Balance, but I don't think that was evident of the play of the Axel Collectors on that initial save.
Yeah, I mean, that initial save was looking really solid, but when you have someone who's that ready for not quite fast enough of a clear there, it just happens to be the situation, right? Having that readiness, having that preparation to really just catch any chance at a shot, that's what makes the difference here. And until we can see Axel Collectors do the same, we might see the scoreline only increase for Team Balance.
It's true, that is true, as Rogers RL is heading up in the sky for that one, wants to get it to come down. Jade's going to try and corral this one. Elects to go back, reflex and boost and regain. Pass comes over there, Demo, sent back to spawn.
Middle Generals is so sick.
I love Demo plays in Rocket League are one of the most underrated plays in general. I think, genuinely speaking, if you can play a strong demo game and, you know, keep the team rotating in a respawn, it allows you to. Big opportunity there for Team Balance. Couldn't capitalize there. I thought. But again, demo plays are critical to game control, and it's also how you regain boost control.
Wow!
Oh my God, what a save on the goal line there by Team Balance as Axel Collectors are finally firing on all cylinders, getting these initial opportunities towards the front of the net.
They can't sneak into the goal there. I mean, it's right there. They're getting such great shots off, but they can't sneak it towards the goal.
Jade wanted that one, tried to sneak it underneath the players, couldn't quite get it there as Team Balance is now heading back to the other end, looking to strike on a few opportunities of their own.
It's an unfortunate set of amazing defensive plays from the side of Team Balance here. If you're Axel Collectors, You're getting pretty frustrated at this point because you've got amazing offense going on. You've got really good ball control. You've got intense pressure at the net. It's just not sinking. More bounce above the goal line of Axel Collectors. Not a huge chance, but a nice clear as well. Gabe with a huge run! And since you can't make it, not enough boost on deck to really truly rotate all the way back around on time, and boom. There's a chance Axel Collectors needed to even up the scoreline and put themselves on the board.
Tie game, you love to see it as Axel Collectors are able to capitalize on an overcommit from the team balance side there. They had two people too low, and then the defenseman was cheating up towards the halfway line. A little bit of a dangerous play, and they're going to have to pay for it on the scoreline there. Is 1-1 with just about a minute 20 left in this game number 2.
Now, that's kind of what I'm getting at when I start to mention the overall communication warm-up, the ability to really play at your best level, and on top of that, the ability to really predict these shots and keep your concentration, because the moment you let that lapse, the moment you get out of position for just a moment's time like that, it's a big chance.
Chances are coming to the final minute of play here. Players looking to get Axel Collectors looking to get another opportunity in front of the net there. Jade's setting up a teammate. Ass comes in, not quite there. His team balance is able to get a strong clear all the way back to the other end. That's going to bounce awkwardly in front there. Ooh, had to be careful as that one bounced right back to the slot. Bit of a terrifying situation here.
Yeah, you can see he's trying to clear that ball. That'll be set up above the net. Collectors just going for a dive. Trying to see if they can at least make one more goal happen in the last 30 seconds before they have to go into overtime. Overtime, of course, this early might be pretty draining for these players.
Let's say a strong presence in this 2-game series. Only in game number 2, obviously. It's a marathon to get through 7 games because the fatigue sets in, and then overtime again is sudden death. So first goal wins, and game does not end until that goal is scored. Oh my God! Big opportunity there for Jade on the save. Holy cow! And we are going to go to overtime, but that was a race to the finish there. Oh my goodness!
The reaction from Jade to keep an eye on that ball and make sure they couldn't get a little back hit into the goal from an angle like that. Really solid stuff on the defense. And really solid stuff on the offense to even make a shot like that. Both these teams truly nothing but fearsome.
Yeah, nothing but fearsome. And again, I think we talked about it in game number 1. It's a tight game. It's 1-1. No one's given an inch in this series. Says, heading into 30 seconds of OT, I have a feeling we might be here a while. So let's.
Yeah, I mean, in a best of 7, of course, like you said, it's testing for sure. And a tight matchup like this, I can only imagine the amount of tension getting these players, because stamina-wise, against a head-to-head like this, where both teams are so evenly matched, it's either going to be really fun the whole way, or it's going to be a true test of how long you keep that focus. Because like we saw earlier, that one lapse of judgment means a goal.
Here's the lapse of judgment and the tied score line as the Axel Collectors are able to bury this goal in overtime here off a nice back pass off the backboard there. No team balance players there to well, we got an even scoreline here.
Oh yeah, super solid start so far. Both these teams, you can tell just how much they love the game, and you can tell just how much they love playing against each other, because right now, I can only see really nice interactions. The defense, the offense, the challenges from these players, the demos alone are like, there's almost an unspoken communication in competitive esports, and when you have interactions like that, where you're just seeing people just fly against each other in the air for the ball, demoing each other, that's good stuff. That's good stuff right there.
It's genuinely beautiful, I would say, to be honest. Players are getting ready on the pitch here. So
Hell yeah.
it's been out for a while.
Yeah, I mean, you can totally put the work in, so I can only really imagine the real difference maker between these teams being just a matter of hours spent and a matter of communication between the teams, because when it comes down to it, if you're all this talented, it's gonna come down to how you play together.
Absolutely, as these players are really trying to set up some early opportunities here.
Should go for a nice little dribble down the field. Get cut off by Gabe, but
Big demo.
I think that's the story yet. But a reverse from Team Balance, but reverse a little bit faster next time. As we're getting an easy opportunity on the goal here. The side of Exo Collectors just beating out, rotate back from Team Balance as they get themselves on the board real early.
Yeah, that was an awkward pinch on the midfield there that just ended up towards the front of the net. And Exo Collectors could capitalize here. And look, I think this is the first lead they've had officially in any of the games so far, and first lead they've had in this series. So, good start for the Exo Collectors here. Team Balance is going to need to get out of their own zone if they want an opportunity to change up the scoreline and even things back up.
Yeah, and I also want to see how Exo Collectors will really play this lead. Of course, it's not uncommon to go on defense if you have the lead. I mean, hey, you're a point up, might as well play it safe, not take too many risks, and overall not let any goals into your net. But let's just go for more, and they do! Jade, of course, sneaking in there. Off that left side? Right side? Right side.
Oh, look at that team play. Pass, shot. You honestly love to see that. The fact that they have the diligence to get it all the way cross field to the open player. That is some spectacular team play, and I would say accuracy.
Oh, yeah. Boy, Jade just on time. Wolf trying to sneak one in there early to clap back and get themselves on the board, but Balance working a bit harder than that. Keep up with Exo Collectors right now because they are on fire.
On fire and off the bases here as Exo Collectors have the lead at the 30 mark. They're stirring around the net. Looking for more here. A little bit of a bump with the team members here. Probably going to spread out a little bit. Go collect some boost here as Team Balance wants to finally break out of their own zone. But that demo is going to make it rather challenging as, again, the Exo Collectors lay on the pressure, keep Team Balance hemmed in their own zone.
Hemmed in their own zone. Exo Collectors getting pushed towards their own goal. See the defense coming up from Jade, but are you good enough to do it alone? Yes, you are. A little inaccurate shot off the corner. Oh, no! What a shot!
And that's a poof in the corner there. Wow, a beautiful play there as he is able to just find that corner wide open and no one was there to cover it. Phenomenal play and phenomenal opportunity to drag this back to a one-goal game just under the 3-minute mark.
Beautiful little patient goal there. I feel like, I'm sure you can attest to this, but it's really a more terrifying feeling than seeing someone simply sit behind the ball as you go for a leap to try and block it.
That is like worst case scenario. Please get me out of this lobby. Like,
GG, go next. We're done here.
GG's, go next. I'm out of here. I won't play the game anymore. Thanks.
Don't play me. I'll outplay you. No, I'm frustrated.
Oh, big opportunity there for Team Balance. They couldn't connect that passing play. Phenomenal opportunity though. Is he's just gonna try and win out that 50. Pops up in the air.
Beautiful angle toward Exo Collector's goal here. Set up opportunity.
Deflect it. Off the back wall.
Oh, dunk attempt, but not this time. Rogers, of course, gonna work on that angle a little bit more. Accuracy will be better next time. We've learned, we've improved it.
Just come up to the 2-minute mark here. And we're gonna really there was the opportunity. Team Balance wanted to tie the scoreline. Couldn't quite get the opportunity. There's the bump, I believe. Put the player back in position to save that goal. Lone Wolf up is gonna clear out, has boost to work with. Gets another touch. Ooh, big shot towards
just
the corner.
Barely.
Almost top right there. Was, right on target for something off there, but good play nonetheless.
Yeah, Team Balance slightly off on these shots. That's okay. I mean, in a game like Rocket League, making accurate shots on goal is genuinely difficult. You think it'd be a little easy with how big that ball is and how big the net is, but it's tough to really get that perfect angle to sneak a shot in.
He is a challenge, to be honest, here is, again, Exo Collectors are pressuring Team Balance here in their own zone, and a big shot there. 3-1 with a minute left. Chim's kind of is able to bury one off his own pass to himself, more or less, just over top of the player.
Look at that angle.
A beautiful flick off the hood there, calculated to say the least, off the post and in. 3-1 for Exo Collectors.
I don't think I've ever seen a clean ball just roll in off the post like that. That couldn't have been a tighter angle.
Can't pay for that kind of bounce, unfortunately. That's not an in-game purchase, unfortunately. This Gabe is looking to get an opportunity here. Can't quite win that 50 out. Chims is circling the slot here. Is going to go up and get at least a touch on it. It's underneath one. That gets picked up in team balance. You see he's able to get a touch on it and send it back down to the other end here. Still 45 seconds left. Plenty of time for an opportunity for the team balance to score. Is that opportunity had goal written all over, but they weren't able to capitalize here. Again, 30 seconds left here. It's getting to a tighter game here as Rogers finally gets clear down to the other end.
Just over the corner.
By Rogers, he's going to circle back.
Collectors, just trying to at least make a play happen. You stop the play from happening, really.
It's going to be an opportunity here. Not quite as Gabe is going to circle out and make sure that he can go get a boost to follow this up. Final 10 seconds here as I believe the Axel Collectors are going to take this match away. As time winds down. 3, 2, 1, and another touch. That up, but that won't be enough time for the team balance one way or another to collect this dub. So Axel Collectors walk with the team.
Really good stuff. I love the sportsmanship as well. Just keeping that ball moving. Not trying to stuck into the ground. Axel Collectors trying to keep having fun. Put it in overtime, even though they're pretty confident they've won that game. They could put themselves at risk by keeping that ball in play, but they're here to have fun. Even at grand finals here in the Arkansas Tennis Association, we're still having a good time.
It's kind of an unwritten rule in Rocket League that you do not, if at all possible, you do not stop the game. I think the only time that rule is ignored is a Game 7 scenario, to be honest. But if at all possible, players just want to keep that game going, want to keep the momentum up, and keep that ball up in the air. It's rare, even at the highest levels, to see players truly try and get around the ball unless, grand finals Game 7 situation. But again, it's still early in the series here. Everyone's here to play. Everyone's here to have a good time. Teams are going to get ready on this next game, game number 4, with the Axel Collectors really on a show here in this game. Finally, a little bit more goals. I wonder if they're going to be able to keep the momentum and put themselves in a match point situation.
You gotta have that accuracy to really make the shots happen. We see a couple close hits, of course, but we need to hit some actual goals. And I'm sure they realize that. They know that they've been warmed up. We're at game 4 now, correct? So, I mean, this is the point in time where you should be fully warmed up. Time to show your stuff.
It's time for really Team Balance to turn on those rocket boosters in a big way. As finally an opportunity drops into the net there, but Jade's going to put that one out. Try and sets up a teammate on the other end for a little passing play. It's going to get cleared out by Team Balance as that play not quite with Axel.
Well, looking for a setup here. Big chance, but a huge clear from Gabe. Lifesaver there. Could have been in a dangerous position. Rocket's going for a big dunk.
Yeah, it's up in the air and can't quite get a control of it, but Axel Collectors are going to get a shot on net. What a save! Oh, from nowhere. QC is able to come out of nowhere, seemingly, and save that away, as that one was looking like a surefire goal for the Axel Collectors there.
It's truly a guardian angel for Team Balance. I don't know how many times they've just made some amazing saves, but shout out to them right now because they have been keeping Team Balance in this game as close as possible.
These players are still battling in the corner here. A couple players tangled up.
Gabe coming in to stop up the dribble. Just lone wolf will hope and try and keep up with this, but of course, experts are clearing this ball. Experts keep control of it. See, just trying to keep that clear, make it a ping pong battle instead of a goal battle. Ball's above the net. No big chance yet to see Chims just clear it away. That left side.
Still a 0-0 scoreline, just about 2 minutes into this game number 4 here. I'm surprised, given we saw 3-1 last game. I figured we'd be seeing a little more goals a little earlier on, but this one is kind of back to that tight, very tight first series we saw.
We saw some really early goals and quite a few from last game, but at this point in time, I feel like teams are starting to get a little bit of nerves setting in, a little bit of tension, as you see the reactions start to slow down. Team Bounce sneaking one in on the left side. Zushi, solid defense, and ready for the offense now.
She really just coming out with some clutch plays on both ends of the field. A huge save to keep the Axe Collectors out of their net, and then big opportunity on the other end to break the scoreline. 2 minutes and 45 seconds left in this game, number 4 here. And Team Balance wants to tie up this game for well.
I've never seen the ball animation where it just poofs.
This is my favorite goal explosion, 100%.
It's so good.
Yeah, the poof and the atomic bomb, my 2 favorite goal explosions. You know,
Oh, yeah.
It's there. Big fan of the
It was so underwhelming. Everything's so over the top. And then just let's go towards that's not the side here one more time. And we're team balance, of course. Both teams fight for that. At least control the ball, as we need one more shot coming soon for Axe Collectors to really even this game and put them back towards competitive game 4, because this is something to be a little bit worried about. A 2-2 scoreline with a 2-3, and a 2-3 is even scarier than a best of 7.
Yeah, I'd agree with you there. I think this is a really tight series, but the Axe Collectors need an opportunity to tie this up. Just haven't seen the zone time to match the opportunities that they need.
I'm sure they can make them happen. It's just a matter of really setting that up, making that chance, and maybe even getting a couple more demos in. We saw a lot of demos in those first couple games. Seeing a lot less now. So bounce over towards Team Balance. Nice little clear as well. Zushi on that defense one more time is ready to react, ready to stop out those plays, and Rogers, of course, as well. One more who's ready. Keep Team Balance in the game. Keep that lead. You must have one on the goal when you got that lead. No need to overcommit.
Playing this game number 4 here. Yeah, our Team Balance is circling in the Axe zone for another opportunity. It's their scoreline here. The Axe are able to break it out. Big 50-50 get both up. Stalls out. The opportunity there is Team Balance going to break it in their own zone.
What a chance.
There it is. Chimps kinda is able to bury one. 40 seconds left here. Just capitalizes on that misplay of Team Balance there and finds a slot between 2 players. Beautiful opportunity there, and we have a time to play.
T-Wolf just barely too late on that ball as well. A little bit of a heartbreaker, as they were looking so comfortable in this game 4, but now they gotta work for it one more time. So clear towards the left side here. That's the Collectors. Hoping to at least clap back in the last 30 seconds. Make it a turnaround game for them, because they do not want to go to overtime and make this that much more draining for their mental. I can only imagine the tension and the stress these players are feeling at this point to try and close out these games. Going back.
5 seconds here, and I have a stinking feeling that we're heading to another overtime situation, and that's gonna come true.
Nice little dash forward. Artists, of course, would chase down that ball, set up for a goal. Huge chance! Oh, just one whiff. On the side of Team Balance and Axe Collectors sneaking that in just under 10 seconds into overtime. They've got it. Game 4 going to them, bring them the match point, and this is looking a bit scary for Team Balance.
Axe
Reverse
Collectors
3-0
are-
needed.
Yeah, Axe Collectors are able to secure the win, putting them on a match point situation here. If you're Team Balance, what's the solution? I'm not sure I know, to be honest.
Yeah, at this point, I mean, I can only think of a couple ideas. I want to say that, of course, Axe Collectors have been really, really solid in the offense. Their defense, of course, is really good as well. But it might, again, be a matter of getting those demos back online, because we haven't seen a whole lot. We've seen a lot of pressure on the side of tournament right now and walk away with this match. But who knows what could happen in this final bit. Team Balance, of course, have not been one to slouch, as you've seen such amazing improvement from them so far.
So let's see if Team Balance is able to secure an opportunity here early on and put themselves up so they can go into the rest of this game with confidence as big save up the Axel zone. Ooh, misses that time in the air there. Gabe wins the opportunity, and Jade's gonna capitalize off of the shout out. You love to see it. Jade able to bury a goal. Axel Collectors go up 1-0 early in this game number 5.
You can really feel the confidence just radiating from Axel Collectors. I mean, a shutout like that into an immediate goal, that can speak nothing but like real resilience to win this game right now. And true emotion of just being so ready. Nah, the mental for Team Balance has got to be a bit rough. Axel Collectors, of course, at the top of the world, up 2-0 in just over 30 seconds here. And that's just a huge statement to make. And for Team Balance, I mean, this is where you got to take it into top gear.
Absolutely is. Team Balance gets a decent win on the face-off. They send that towards the Axel Collectors end. Taken out by it's out by Jim's Kinda, but he loses that out. Jade is gonna have to circle back towards the net. Save opportunity here. It's gonna corral it in front as time improves to work with. Loses that. Gabe is gonna go from here and corral this one. Passes it up to the teammate. A shot on net. Go wide for follow up.
No.
Oh, the backflip. Was that purposeful? Jade with the shot. Huge save on the goal line there by Rogers. Wow. Crazy opportunities here on both ends of the field. Oh my God! No way! Gabe with the huge save! Post to post and back! Are you kidding me? Team Balance can't buy a goal if they tried. Oh my God!
Excuse me for screaming. That was actually way too close. I've never seen a ball be 99% in the goal and then actually saved. That was ridiculous, yo. You can't just make saves like that at a match point set.
Was insane. I don't even know if I have the words to describe what just happened. That was unreal. Rogers is gonna try and clear out of his end. Gonna lose out. Jim's Kinda is gonna try and send it back to the Team Balance side there.
Okay, back to the corner. Try to breathe.
Recompose, breathe. Everyone in chat, watching in person, please breathe. Remember, as this one might be a little roll in. Oh no! Oh no! Off the post again! Oh, Team Balance, the mental. I'm so sorry. These posts are not your friend today. That happens, but oh my goodness. Axel Collectors are getting so fortunate on these bounces, as both of those should have been goal opportunities. They just weren't able to capitalize.
Entirely. I mean, I really want to shout out just how much this is about the tip of the iceberg of potential for these players. On top of that, not every goal is going to be like an actual point on the board, of course. That's a fact. But when it comes down to it, the amount of professional opportunities that Team Balance are making for themselves is so incredible. And if they were just a little bit more fortunate on the accuracy of these shots, this could be a 2-2 scoreline easily.
Easily. Look, we got 2 minutes left in this game. It's far from over here. I know Team Balance has more opportunities in their back pocket. They just need to work as a team and a collective to get those opportunities. But Jim's Kinda is going to bury one, sending Axel up 3-0 with a minute 5 left here. And just a smart read, and it looks like almost a team shot there in the air.
Yeah, kind of.
Teammate there, and a little bit of a bump from the back. He's able to get extra speed on that shot opportunity there. Is Team Balance now really in the hole with not a lot of time left.
Bit of a team air tee shot there. Setting it up for a home run. 3-0 on the scoreline right now. Minute 40 left. Axel Collectors looking to make a huge statement in this game 5 and walk away with the trophy. Unless Team Balance has something to say about it in this last minute 30. Of course, Rocket League, this is a very tense game. On top of that, it's a game where you can have some very explosive moments. You can get multiple goals in just, I'd say, under a minute. It's more than possible. It's got to happen soon. Little demo attempt there as well. Trying to slow down Axel Collectors. Team Balance, they can give options, think of opportunities, but got to capitalize on them fully.
Down at the final minute mark here. 3-0 on the side of Axel Collectors currently here.
Rule 1 going on.
Oh, yeah, Rule 1, you love to see it. For those that don't know, a Rule 1 is when two players collide head-to-head and they stay on the gas and keep pushing into each other entirely, turning the in-game scenario to a 2 versus 2 as those players are locked in a head-to-head battle here. Gabe is able to put out on the other end. Oh, you love to see a little 2v2 battle. Even on a match point scenario, these players refuse. As a huge demo there, Rogers is able to demo out the defense from the active side, opens up the scoring. Look at this demo on Jade here. Woo! Goodbye, Sayonara. That ball just keeps on rolling. Team Balance is able to break the seal here, and there's enough time to work with for a big opportunity to tie up this game.
Yeah, beautiful stuff. I mean, while Wolf Cup is down for the count, the other two, of course, look opportunity. Absolutely beautiful stuff. And of course, I mean, you love seeing how much fun these players are having in this match. I mean, like you said, in a head-to-head Rule 1 at match point, I mean,
you love to see
I can't imagine it happening anywhere but a bracket like this. It's beautiful.
Only gamers, like, let me tell you. That's another boost. Oh, no, and
That was,
follow up.
let's go!
Oh, Wolf puts one more in, and we're not done yet. Nah, we're far from it. 3 seconds is more than enough time to get that ball in the air, and more than enough time to get it down to the other end. And again, reminder, that timer does not stop until the actual ball touches the ground. Here we go, big face-off here.
All right, Team Balance, give us some more Rocket League. One last chance, keep it in the air. I was about to try to shut it down. That'll be a
And
wrap.
there it is. Axel Collectors take it away with a phenomenal showing in this series. Beautiful play. Congratulations to those players as they are your fall 2022 Play versus Rocket League champions. Congratulations and welcome.
Oh my goodness, what an incredible series. We've seen nothing but cooler and cooler head-to-heads throughout the entirety of this Play versus series, and I can't thank the Arkansas Activities Association enough for not only bringing us an incredible match from these players, but also cultivating these players as a team, able to support them as a community, and really overall just bring us some good games and allow these players to have as much fun as they are, because when you're seeing them have such a good time, make these memories, really show themselves, and like really show like just how passionate they are about the game, I mean, I can't help but smile and laugh, man. I mean, commentary is so much fun when the players are having fun, right?
We have more fun in the booth when all the players are having fun on the field, and I think the evidence of that is that Rule 1 in a match point scenario. You just love to see it. I don't have anything else to say about that, though. But look, big congrats to both these teams for making it this far. Congratulations to the Axel Collectors. They are your champions for this series. Big shout out to Team Balance as well. Respectively, Valley View High School and Huron High on the Team Balance side. Phenomenal work, phenomenal plays. We will be back with more gaming action here. I believe we're heading to some Smash Bros action up next year. So don't go anywhere. And stay tuned and get ready for some fighting game shenanigans. Suplex will be staying on, and we'll have our band MCC joining him on the desk to bring you all the action. Go.
Hell yeah. Hello, welcome back, y'all. Of course, this is the Play vs. Fall 2022 High School Championship featuring Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. I know this is Rocket League up there. We just came off that show. We're fresh, hot off the tires, those players, and now we're moving in to the stage selection, the true character selection of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Of course, I'm joined by MCC. How you doing this morning, yo?
Ooh, it snowed overnight, man. I don't know how to feel about that. It's that's how you know. That's how you know the winter's starting. But of course, we got to get started in some Smash Ultimate. We got some interesting players today. Some nice teams. The Smash in Wolf A's versus the BH Button Bashers.
Yeah.
Seville High School, so to speak.
This will be good, yo. This will be good. We haven't had too much actual, like, how do I even describe this? We haven't had too much like intense offline local Smash. We've seen a lot of online matches, but
Oh, absolutely.
the chance to play offline, that's where it's at, yo. I can't imagine playing Ultimate online anymore.
I don't remember the last time I played online, actually.
Online play is one thing, and it is fine for a little bit of practice, but that offline lack of delay is definitely something that's not only sought after, but really important for competitive play, and it's nice to see players getting the chance to do so, because not every day you get the chance to run some hell-of matches like this against your opponent.
It's hard. Like, playing online is a different animal. So, you can't be a person. Well, being able to highlight your level of skill a lot easier. Anyways, game of ones who plays, we got Snake, a character we have not seen yet, actually. A character I really like.
Yeah, Toon Link as well. Both these characters really fun to watch. Both really heavy on my item setups. Both have some really high damage. And get some pretty early kill confirms as well. I was be surprised to see some furious checkmate situations with item setups here.
Right off the bat, right here. Snake is, of course, really good on Smashville, actually. You realize that platform, we gotta watch out for one thing, and that's the grenades detonation actually has quite a big hitbox. It actually hit below the platform, but of course, the biggest problem, just like that C4, not the grenades, excuse me. The C4 is the thing that'll actually be able to hit through the platforms. But of course, you gotta remind yourself that Snake does get hit by his own explosions if you're not careful. So that's one thing to always keep track of. And those grenade pulls are frame 1, I believe, so they are incredible speed box.
You can see as well. We're trying to at least control that space with dash attacks. Get this first early kill confirmed, because right now is when you need to make that lead, start running away. Because one of these characters will be so exceptional at holding that lead. First setup right there? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Try that real quick.
Oh,
a lot of confirmed there.
Shield. Yeah.
It's funny how multi-hits in Smash can be a bit of a mix-up, because your opponent will expect a couple hits and then drop their shield, but then they don't realize that the hits are going to keep going, they don't react to the type of moves they're using, and then boom, you're stuck. Woo! We'll catch up with the down smash there, but the C4 will get it just no problem. Very nice weight.
Now, boss view is actually sitting at 167%. And magic percent, you always have to keep in mind that Snake is at that 160 range, because you can actually down throw and confirm into an up tilt to kill confirm with Snake, because you can actually prone them on the ground long enough to confirm into that up tilt. So, like I said, the magic percent will always be 160, and that's the percent that a lot of players will look out for, especially when they're playing against Snake. It's something to keep in mind.
Trying to call for a second there. But factor to see the grenades and the little Toon bombs actually get traded back and forth here with both characters. They're both able to control so much space, but it's a matter of who can get the best curve off each explosion, right?
I think that's the name of the game right here. Both characters are a little bit of zoners. Snake might have a slight advantage in the boxing range, but Toon Link does have strong and fast movement options, just like that. But up the X shield once again, gonna steal another stop.
Super reliable tool for Toon Link as well. The recovery on this really great, but the kill power and the coverage you get with a move like that is fantastic. And the lingering hitbox, of course, so reliable for catching rolls, so reliable for catching get up attacks. Well, not get up attacks, but get up from the ledge in general. It's pretty committal if your opponent blocks it or is able to avoid it, but once you're on their block, it's all good. Oh!
Your Cypher can't make it back to the ledge. They just throw down the C4, but kind of it's true test of tech skill. You got to tech the stage, man.
The stage recovery like that's really cool. We saw it earlier in a previous series with like Breath of the Wild Link. We were like recovering with those remote bombs, but Snake actually does it in not only a more unique way, but in a much more risky way. Because that C4 will actually eventually kill you, of course. But on top of that, it's really cool to see some really good tactical come up from these players and some full understanding of their characters to the deepest level, right?
Absolutely. Good showing of the two characters right there, of course. Once again, Snake versus Toon Link. A little bit different of a matchup we're already seeing a little bit slower, more projectile based. Each character wants to kind of do their own thing, create some space. Snake particularly really enjoys getting a lead because once you have a lead, you kind of don't care about the damage you're going to take with those grenade trades. So you're really just trying to add up percent. If you, like I said, you can get to the 160 match percent, you can guarantee yourself a grab into a kill confirm. Snake, of course, has incredible edge guarding opportunities, but then Link, on the other hand, I think has a faster neutral, has some faster aerials, faster tilts, faster attacks overall compared to Snake. But the big thing to watch out for in that matchup is, of course, those grenades. So,
yeah,
that's kind of the quick rundown we're going to be seeing of the matchup. Osweet, I think, currently up 1-0 against Jangmu. I believe they were the Snake player, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, we'll double check in this match. No worries about that. We're just getting warmed up here like the players. Just getting started now. I'm sure it's been pretty cozy at home with all that snow. Hopefully it's not too cold. Hopefully.
Ugh. I'm just dreading having to shovel.
Oh yeah, you know, that's a good point.
I think my favorite thing as an adult to complain about, and I don't see how this relates, but you know what? I guess this is for anyone out there who's watching that can relate to this. You don't like snow if you have to drive in it or you have to shovel it. Let's be real.
The two terrible things about snow. Because really, once you're at the age where you own a house where you have to shovel it, or of course you're driving around for work or whatever, yeah, it's a bit of a nightmare. But of course, we got Osweet on the Wolf now, and Jangmu's sticking to Toon Link. Tried and true, all reliable. Seen some Wolf so far, but it's pretty interesting.
Yeah, Jangmu is indeed the one up one game right now. Quick mention, in case you guys don't know the format, we are going to be seeing 3 potential head-to-heads here. And of course, these man-to-head matchup is going to be best of 5. The first team to 2 set wins. The best of 3 series is going to take the game. So you got to win 2 sets of best of 5. If your team needs to win the game, we'll talk more on that later. But Wolf, interesting switch. We got to talk about Suplex.
It's interesting. I mean, I love the idea of Wolf, not only for the fact that Reflector is a really good tool, but of course I gotta turn out there for the favor of Osweet, sadly. We get that force match though, a really early kill. No good DI there from the side of Jangmu. It's alright though, even score line, it's all good. But Wolf, while not having the same range as Snake with the projectiles and grenade setups, the combo damage and the overall kill potential is so much more solid than what Snake can really offer.
You can already see how much faster of a base game this is. Osweet, actually, obviously Wolf is a more combo-based character. You get a lot of strings going, a lot of strong hitboxes if you can get them to work out. And arguably one of the best projectiles in introduced in the game with that laser, but nice read on the gun from Jangmu. That was just strong to take that second stock.
Yeah, truly impressive there. I mean, of course, Toon Link doesn't look like he'd hit that hard, but that forward smash is really reliable as a full tool. It's not the absolute fastest, but quick enough not only to be not very reactable, but also to cover a lot of space and catch opponents off guard when they're trying to at least whip a move freely. Danger and neutral.
Yeah, there's no jabs right there. All going to be a drop down, long regrab, but not going to get any punish. Osweet at the ropes right now, finds himself at the ledge. Against the Toon Link, I like the fact that you're going out right there.
Wow. Well, Sparks out the back air there. It's real tense trying to hold this lead. 155. And if also can take the stock, we've got a competitive game on our hands.
A B, oh my goodness, no punish right there. That's very interesting. I thought that a B would result in a stock loss, but you know what is going to result in a stock loss? That dash attack from the center stage going to send them straight upwards. 75%, not too bad of a deficit in my opinion with your Wolf. I think that's one good strength, and you're back to even game.
Yeah, this is a great place to be in. 80%. Of course, Wolf isn't the heaviest character, so he could still die fairly early. But when it comes down to it, the damage output that Wolf can offer can make this an even game real quick. Ooh, almost got the arrow confirm into forward air, but not quite this time.
Tilt right there. Oh, another nice read there. Jump from the ledge, and Jangmu is going to take another game. Good reads overall. Wolf pick looks slightly better than the Snake in my opinion. A little bit more rush down based against a character like Lake. Of course, you have that reflector. I think that was huge. Something I don't think we actually saw in that game. That was very interesting. I didn't really see a lot of Wolf. I didn't see the Wolf reflector coming out that much, or if at all. So that's probably something to keep in mind if they do go back to the Wolf. But in the end, that decision didn't matter because Jangmu currently up 2-0 with the Toon Link.
Yeah, we did see like one attempted use of the reflector, but after that, it really just didn't really come into play. And well, it can be really tough to make use of that reflector because, of course, Toon Link having really good control over those projectiles. The arrow up into reactable at close range. The boomerang, of course, being really quick as well. The bombs, you don't know when he's going to throw them, right? He's going to hold on to them for as long as he can. Just bait out your reflector and then boom.
The biggest advantage is they're not the remote bombs, so they don't get to just suddenly choose when they want to elect them. But those bombs do have some combo potential, some recovery aid as well. You can just pull out a bomb if you are high enough or far enough out. You can just actually stall your recovery and get maybe 2 uppies in instead of just 1. So it's going to really help the recovery. Of course, you mentioned the combo game you can get off those bombs. You can get some kill confirms off of it as well. You can bomb into like forward air. Certain percents that can be a kill confirm. So a lot going for Toon Link as a character as well that we didn't really mention.
Yeah, Toon Link overall is a really cool character to watch, not only because he's an amazing zoner, but he's a zoner that capitalizes on getting those hits to the maximum. I mean, you see other characters focus on getting that hit, running away, and baiting for maybe a counterattack as their opponent runs in towards them. But Toon Link, you see that bomb go off, and right away, boom, they're in there with the forward air, boom, they're in there with the back air, neutral air, anything to try and get that combo games going and to really stack up that damage.
Deceptionally fast aerials, I have to say. Yeah. Toon Link is not a character that you expect to be able to box, considering the nature of a lot of zoner characters. But Toon Link does have some fast aerials and tilts, as we mentioned earlier, and of course it just amplified that much more when you have some confirms off of them. We saw a lot of stocks right there actually not taking out with any projectiles or edge guarding, but just straight up aerials or tilts.
Yeah, Toon Link character that's very nicely all-rounded. Not too many weaknesses, honestly. There's some pretty rough recovery on smash attacks. Recovery is pretty linear, but you can mix it up a lot with a bomb, and you're still safe with the boomerang. I mean, there's not really much to say apart from what you can exploit around Toon Link here, but beside a Wolf, that recovery's not amazing. I mean, you can have some time keeping up neutral sometimes because your range is limited to your fast normals, and your blaster's amazing, but of course, only ever so horizontal.
And look at these frame traps that Jamie was just able to throw. Get the projectiles, get them in the air, force an air dodge out of Oz Sweet right there, and then catch their landings. But speaking of catching landings, Oz Sweet is going to catch the landing of Jangmu there. Back air is going to take out that first stock. Looking really good. Nice adaptation since game number 2. The Wolf looking really solid right now.
You're trying to fight for that stage control, and Jangmu's not quite being in the right place at the right time. And of course, All Sweet definitely being in the right place at the right time, getting that early stock. Just a minute down off the clock, and we've already got a nice lead for All Sweet. 120%, definitely in danger zone, but hard to extend this lead, right?
Absolutely. Jangmu's just trying to find a way to close up the stock, and now this is where the difficulty lies. Toon Link needs to find a way in here. Up tilt's not going to do it. I thought that was going to be an up smash.
Layered off through the forward air. That could have been death for sure.
These lasers are coming in clutch. That beginning hitbox of the laser is going to help All Sweet push away Jangmu, but Jangmu's going to finally find that stock right there with the up smash. But not before already have taken 130% for their troubles, so they are at kill percent already. Ooh, little ill-advised up smash. I like that wave line right there, trying to get some extension going.
You can see All Sweet, I mean, you lost that stock just now, you're taking 50%, but you're still in an amazing spot to be in. I mean, 130% on the side of Jangmu, you're sitting comfortably. And there's a reflector coming out to play. Finally making some space for themselves, not having to deal with all that, because you don't have to. You got a reflector, just use it.
Ooh,
Get
a little bit of a tech chase right there as well. All Sweet electing to go for the neutral get up, no rolls, but Jangmu was just waiting right there, and 93 to 155% is relatively even. That was a very interesting interaction. Jangmu actually getting crossed up a little bit. Not gonna result in anything good for them. That's gonna be a second stock.
Yeah, very good stuff so far from All Sweet. Really good adaptations, good to keep offense going. adapt to the type of rhythm that Jang was putting out here. You can see still much trying to get used to the projectile game, figuring used to their edge guarding game. You can see they blocked that twice now. I mean, it's getting more predictable.
Yep, I was gonna say that exact thing. I'd probably watch out, especially because Wolf has very heavy punish kind of character as well. If you get the up, ooh, wow, the Wolf Flash, just raw Wolf Flash right there, trying to end the game. That might be it. No,
for that near the ledge.
Smash attacks are coming out. That's how you know we're at kill percent right here. Down smash. Nice confirm. That's the bomb confirms that we're talking about right there. There's so many kill confirms that you can get off the bomb. Just throwing it down right there into the up air. Nice read right there from Jangmu. Getting these strings. Oh my god, he's reading him like a book right now.
Yeah. I mean, hey, it's nice for it's that link trait, right, of having the up air and down air be so reliable as kill tools. Rating out the reflector one more time. I mean, it's very potential here, very high potential that Jang can get a pretty early stock up ball speed. I mean, speaking not even early at this point, they're at 91%, 120% rage. This could be.
This has pretty much been 100% unanswered from the side of Osweep, but there we go. That up tilt, just run up, anti-air them, and they are able to secure that last stock. Keep themselves in this first set and bring things back to 2-1. Maybe try to get that reverse 3-0 coming suplex.
Yeah, man, I totally forgot just how strong the Wolf's up tilt is. I did not realize it was like similar to Snake's. It's not nearly as powerful.
Snake. It's like I was gonna say it's akin to like a Snake up tilt, only not as much range. Very similar in kill power though, and of course I think frame data wise even very similar. But you still have to say Snake's up tilt range significantly.
Oh no, entirely. Snake's up tilt's dang near smash attack, and the Wolf's you can use it for combos at low percents as well. That's what surprised me so much is that the scaling for the knockback is so high on Wolf's because at low percents it's so useful as that juggle tool.
The juggle as an extender, just as an anti-air. But then we saw right there at the very end that up tilt was able to secure stocks and actually did what wins them the game there. Like I said, bringing things back to a game number 4. Very going to be interesting to see if they stick with the Wolf now, because we see the Snake game 1, and then immediately game 2 they started with the Wolf game 3. Decided to stick with it. Worked out in the end, so I imagine game 4 probably going to also stick with the Wolf here. And then I think if there is a game 5, that's when we're going to have to ask these questions. Who do you go?
I mean, I can't imagine many character swaps happening at this point, because both these players seem really comfortable in their picks. The Wolf pick, of course, turning out alright. It's looking really solid. And of course, the Toon Link pick as well. Controlling that space, able to get those early kills confirmed, getting really good damage to the board. We got a really tight match going on just last set. Or just last match. I can't imagine there being much of a need other than maybe going for a surprise pick with a matchup that's not good for Toon Link or Wolf.
I mean, we've seen some surprise counter picks so far. I mean, we got to remember this roster is over 80 characters long, and there's a lot of counterplay to be said for each character, which each individual matchup. So there might be something that we're completely neglecting, but so far I think I have to agree with you that Wolf pick definitely looked like it was working out after that initial Snake pick, and of course the Wolf was the one to take the game, so I wouldn't see any reason to switch off of it, as we see right here game number 4 is getting underway in Yoshi's story.
Yeah, I mean, hey, comfort picks I think are more important above all else. You can feel like you're able to play your best on that character, to that character 100%. Even if the counter pick matchup is that much more solid, I would still recommend that you go with stick with the guns, right?
Stick with what works, and if what works isn't broken, don't fix it. Wolf flashed the recovery right there. I like that high recovery. Actually was able to get a little chip damage off right there, but didn't get the spike hitbox like they wanted. There we go. That reflector coming in clutch. Very dangerous situation. Jab reset, but they did a third jab reset hit. So for those of you who know a transition to Smash 4 to Smash Ultimate is jab resets got nerfed a little bit. You used to be able to jab block 3 times, but in this game you can only do it twice. Nice confirm.
Great
right
confirm. There. Not enough to kill. Easy punish. Very solid.
That slant actually,
that Wolf flash.
I was gonna say that slant might have also messed them up slightly. Wolf got pushed back a little bit. Yoshi's story does have those slants, so it's gonna make for a little bit of awkward interactions if you're not careful, particularly on projectiles, and of course 2 framing options such as Wolf. Probably gonna be a little bit easier with those slants.
You might see some really creative boomerang setups here as well with the slants, as you can rebound them really nicely off the stage, get some nice horizontal angles. Almost all projectiles that can roll or bounce off of things are affected by these slants, so you get real funky with it.
Forced a Wolf Flash there once again. Zares to the up smash.
tether option there, but not going down yet.
Yeah, still hanging on right now, even with the up air, 143%. Yoshi Story does have notoriously small blast zones overall, both side and top. Nice weight right there from Jang, who's just holding off on the recovery, but a little aggressive on the jump right there. Probably could have just went back to the ledge, snapped it, had a little invulnerability, but no worries right now. 115% on that second stock against Osweet, and they're looking poised to maybe not allow a game 5 right now. Just gotta work it. There we go. That forward air is gonna take it just barely.
Yeah, forward air for Toon Link, really one of their most solid kill confirms. And then it's a combo tool as well. I mean, Toon Link's whole kit is made to be very adaptable, and it's nice to see not only Toon Link able to do that, but Wolf as well with the up tilt, the down tilt, forward tilt as well, being a really solid like edge guarding tool and early kill confirm. Brings that 2-frame, no dice this time.
No dice, falls out of the up B, very unfortunate. That's going to allow Osui to actually get this edge guard going once again, but gives it up, that up smash not going to be able to connect.
Really good reaction for the Reflector now. Also, just really getting warmed up with that, trying to shut down that offense. You can see Jang really trying to slow down the projectile game. Not want to throw out nearly as many.
Yeah, they're just trying to get some chip damage right now. That's, I think, the big goal. Whoa, that is risky. You have some guts to be able to roll in that situation, especially when you see that up smash, or that forward smash charging. Nice use of the wall jump right there to actually just delay the recovery a bit, wait out that 2-frame potential for the down smash, but of course, once again, that up tilt coming from Osweet is going to be the kill that takes the second stock, but the bomb confirms, is going to take it out, and game number 4 is going to go to Jangmu, and of course, the first set is going to go to them as well, and their team.
The BH button mashers are out here, yo. Really good stuff in that first set. I mean, I love that end game mix-up of running up while you're invincible off that angel platform, running up to their shield, turning around, throwing a boomerang the other way to see if they'll roll, and also cover your actual other side of the stage, and then just run away, react to them jumping away.
And of course, the boomerang is going to come, and then you have to factor in the boomerang is going to come back. It still has a hitbox,
exactly.
And kill confirmation and stuff.
Full
coverage. You got 2 seconds off that angel platform. You got to make use of it, and the way they made use of it is to set themselves up for those kill confirms. So good stuff to Jangmu. Of course, you got to give props to Osweet as well. He played incredibly well, but ultimately, right now, the BH button mashers is going to have the current lead up 1-0.
Yeah, really good stuff so far. We will see, of course, next up will be Henwi and Milky.
Henwi?
Stepping up to the stage.
Henwi versus Milky?
Yeah. This will be a good one. I'm sure. I can only imagine that I would love to see a new character. We've seen Yoshi before. We have
seen Yoshi before, yes.
Seen a Nintendo... Never mind, we have seen Nintendo Heavyweight, DK. We haven't seen Bowser yet. We've seen almost every heavyweight now.
No, we've seen Bowser. We've seen Bowser.
Have we?
Yeah, we did.
We must
once.
have.
Once.
No, I do remember you mentioning Bowser at some point. Yes. I want to say yes. Yeah.
I definitely think we've seen Bowser. From what I remember, I'm like 99% confident we've seen Bowser already. But again,
Yeah.
I could be wrong, right?
No, I do believe you're on the right track here. I think like the only thing is just like, I don't know. I'm not quite sure who we're gonna see next. I want to see more top tiers. I want to see more game of use.
I do want to see something like Joker, maybe more Wolf, some Roy. Lucina's considered a top character.
Lucina's really solid, of course. I mean, there's a lot of options, of course, in terms of characters that are solid at the top level of play. But on top of that, what matters most is truly exemplifying your own style and making sure it's played at the optimal level. If you're playing good with top tiers, I mean, hey, that's all good. You do you. If you're playing good with, I don't know, Olimar, you go for it, dog. Like,
oh my god, Olimar is one of those top tier characters that I think if you the level of mastery that you can get with Olimar is insane. There's so much micromanaging to do with Pikmin, of course, the order you get, which Pikmin you have specifically, because of course you can have a plethora of combinations of 3 with the 5 different colors, I believe: red, yellow, blue, white, purple. Yep. Purple. Those are the 5.
Yeah.
Each, of course, has their own property as well, not to mention, you got like blue, which is improved grabs, purple, which is the main one everyone hates because it does the knockback, it has the strongest hitboxes, but of course it has the shortest range.
Red, of course, as well, throwing that fire damage. White
Red's
being
a-
extra like throw range and that poison damage, like dark damage.
Yellow's actually
Yeah.
with the extra throw range. White does the extra damage when it gets attached onto you because it does it does about 3% per hit, and it actually stacks up super fast.
I think white also goes long range, but I might be tripping.
Yellow does
Might
that.
be tripping.
Yellow's the one with
Yeah.
the extra range. Yeah, that's
I,
the
for some
special
reason I
property of
remember
Yellow.
white Pikmin just going super far, but I don't know.
That would be Yellow for you. I mean, maybe you're just thinking in general. The Pikmin do go pretty far overall, except the purple one, because like Olimar just kind of throws Pikmin at you. Does the chip damage that way? Does some smash attacks? Those are big for Olimar, but yeah, we're just kind of speculating here. We are hoping to maybe see some top tiers, but maybe we're gonna see some lesser known characters. I think Lucario is a character I think of the top of my head that's not immediately top tier, but character that has a lot of representation and little slept on as well.
A little slept on. There's some tech skill to be learned with Lucario. There's a lot of actual matchup head-to-heads that you can try and master with Lucario. On top of that, he's fairly adaptable. Just a matter of that some matchups just aren't that favorable, right? Being a martial arts character, not really having that extreme range, apart from the Aura Sphere, it is what it is.
And then we can go on about character picks. We can go like the heavies, like you mentioned, Bowser, King Dedede, which we've already seen before.
Plenty
Wills.
of.
Yeah, plenty of actually. We've seen our fair share of them, but set of characters, obviously some heavy hitters, given their nature of being heavyweights, but of course also at the same time being combo fodder, so a little bit of a double-edged sword. So we can go on tangents and write essays about
Oh yeah.
characters that we can pick in this game, Suplex.
Yeah. Speaking of tangents, well, how long was this pep talk? Here we go. We got work production that we're doing like pep talks between each game, and that's where we're having some long downtime between matches. But clearly, it must be effective because that first set was pretty solid.
Jigglypuff and Isabelle.
This is a cute matchup. Let's go.
Little Puffball versus a little Doge.
No coin around here. The puffballs. Yeah, get the Earth Garden game on all the way out there. You know Jigglypuff got it.
That's very interesting to say the least, because Isabelle's a character that has a very linear recovery, so Puff is actually going to have a relatively easy time edgeguarding Isabelle if they can neutralize their jump, or they can get them out deep just like that. Not a lot of options because they don't have a hitbox on the up B, and of course the rest. Big back pocket thing you have to watch out for. Falling up air into rest. You can soft nair at certain percentages into rest.
And also imagine it being very scary to go out there as well for Henry. I mean, edgeguarding game for Jigglypuff is very solid, of course. And look at these drill loops. Just getting him all the way off stage. That's a lair dodge there to stay alive, just barely Milky hanging in there. But if you're Henley, if you're going all the way out there, you get those like soft fair hits, you get those back air confirms. You have to deal with the forward air from Isabelle, could take you out, push you back towards the stage, or you could get caught with that side B and get thrown into the blast zone yourself, and that's a wrap.
Yeah, I think it's just about not panicking. Just don't panic when you get in those certain scenarios. You're Jigglypuff, you're floaty. I know you're super light, but of course you have every opportunity to make it back. That fishing rod's gonna be huge. We saw how close it was for Milky to actually get that stock. They keep throwing out right there. Nice platform drop right there. A nair, no jump. That's gonna be big. Nice tech
Great
though.
tech. Yeah, I mean, if you're Milky here, if you're Milky, Milky, yeah, I mean, same thing. Yeah, that type is going to be your best friend because the Jigglypuff being this lightweight is going to make that a really, really solid kill confirm. And of course, Henley answering back.
Yep, Jigglypuff also not a character that is gonna air dodge that freely. Same thing with shielding. You're gonna kind of see them in the air a lot. So just throwing out that fishing rod might be advantageous. You can get a little bit of percent, of course. Use it as a kill option once you get those high percents, but that's the main thing to look out for. See these juggles? Oh, Jigglypuff burned a lot of jumps right there. That could have been very bad for Henwee.
So grab the Lloyd Rocket going off. Not catching much though.
Yeah, it's going to be difficult to utilize that Lloyd Rocket because once again, ooh, I was going to say Jigglypuff's going to be in the air a lot of times. That is the exact kill confirm that I brought up 5-10 seconds ago, that falling up air into the rest. And that is a strong kill confirm. If you can hit it, but if you whiff, you're basically losing your stock.
It's over.
Don't
That's
sleep
a
on the
wrap.
rest, man.
It's over. You cannot whip that move or else you will certainly perish. But no, yeah, it's been a good time. And we, of course, shown some really good stuff. The edge guarding's been fantastic. Confirms have been awesome. I mean, I'm looking at HBox 2.0 right now.
Xbox 2.0. I'd say that's a fair assessment. Honestly, we saw the confidence to be able to go for that falling up air, rest kill confirming. But I think if there was a time to do it, you do when you have a lead, something to give away, and of course you're kind of just having a good advantage state as well. Isabelle, once again, a character that's going to be maybe a little difficult of a matchup compared to Jigglypuff. Because the Lloyd Rocket into the ground, you're not going to be able to utilize that too much if Jigglypuff is just always going to be the air. You have to manually launch it and hope that you get those hits. Of course, those forward airs, those back airs. Jigglypuff's a super light character, has a lot of jumps, going to make it very easy to come back to the stage without an edge guard. So you got to be able to make sure you just burn all those jumps out from Jigglypuff before you can get those edge guards opportunity. But of course, Jigglypuff, the reverse, Isabelle, very linear recovery overall, only one jump, doesn't have any horizontal recovery. So if you get sent very far out deep, you're going to be in a lot of trouble. So it'll be interesting to see if there's going to be any character switches or what adjustments they need to make on the fly to make this matchup work out.
This could be sick, yo. I mean, again, we're getting more production as well. They're pep talking. Like, they're out here like at each other, like, let's go, you get in there right now, you let them know just how intense you are, you don't know your combo game, your edge guarding game, you don't know everything about the field. Like, they're just,
you know what, I think it's something we neglect. We haven't talked about it today, surprisingly, despite us talking about it all the time. I think it's really great that we are in these team settings where you do have this mid-set coaching, so to speak, something that's not commonly done in a 1v1 kind of fighter-esque game. You only have yourself to rely on and nobody else. But when you have a team behind you, hey, you got that pep talk, you get that hype, that synergy with your teammates, and sometimes that pick-me-up is all you need to be able to make that comeback. But Henry currently up 1-0 right now, trying to bring things back to one each on the set records.
It's all stuff so far. Forward air string, trying to get Amir across the stage, get that control at least. We're trying to fight for this at least zone control. But once Henry's in there, he's in there.
Grabs those forward airs. This is what I was talking about. Oh my god. Watch those balloons. If those balloons pop, Isabelle is done.
You get a little bit of a rising boost once they pop, but even that cannot be enough to get the ledge, right?
Yeah, that's going to be very difficult to come back from it. Once again, you see how easy it is for Jigglypuff just avoid the Lloyd Rocket into the ground right there. But Milky using that fishing rod to good effect right now.
Let them know. It's party time. Oh no, the rest of the tempo with the drill! Okay, a huge punish from Milky though. Could have gotten way more, but for now, this is what we're getting.
Yeah, I don't mind that attempt right there. Low percent, you don't have a... You're not in danger of losing a stock that easily. Isabelle not exactly known for their combo game. And yeah, you have a big kill confirmed, that down air into the rest, and no punish. Look how fast Jigglypuff woke up right there. It's right into the second stock.
A little ridiculous that Jigglypuff wakes up that fast in this game now. It feels jarring to see Jigglypuff wake up and immediately shield. Oh,
I think it's a much deserved balance change, considering the pacing of Ultimate's a lot faster overall.
Nothing but agreeance there. Oh, the little fishing rod one more time. Maybe a bit overlined at this point.
That Lloyd Rocket is going to save them a little bit of percent. Once again, baiting it out. Or tilt.
Ooh, I've got platform control now. Henry starting to fish for this at least attempt at a carry across the stage. But what a Lloyd Rocket! Henry forgetting the place of it and getting carried off the sky as a turnip seals the deal.
Yeah, that's gonna be a nice kill confirm for Isabelle. We gotta mention Jigglypuff is the second lightest character in the game now. Only Pichu.
Now? Oh, Pichu.
Pichu. Yep.
I guess that makes sense.
Pichu's lightest character in the game. Jigglypuff got bumped down from King of Light to number 2.
Kinda sick.
Still the same Jigglypuff though. Oh yeah, you gotta watch out for your shield. You can't get shield broken as Jigglypuff. That's actually just a shield broken as Jigglypuff's just an instant stock loss.
Oh yeah.
That's why Jigglypuff rarely shields.
I mean, top of that as well, they're always in the air, right? You're not gonna be able to shield in the air. If you could,
exactly,
Jigglypuff was broken here in the game, by far.
Yeah, I'll I'll probably debate that. If you can shield in the air, but the shield break property still exists, then I don't know how useful that would be
Oh, but
anyway.
Ghost shield in general would be amazing. Imagine it, imagine jump floating with shield. Just
Okay,
air
yeah,
approaching with
maybe.
shield.
Maybe.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, that sounds a little bit ridiculous. That does sound a little bit ridiculous to me. Okay, maybe you're onto something.
like floating in, just getting a parry as you're floating in.
Yeah, just no zoning at all because
Yeah.
you just block every projectile. You don't have to worry about shield damage too much because they are projectiles. Wow, that fishing rod right in their
Oh,
face. They
big
don't have a
chance.
jump. They don't have a jump.
Oh, I can't quite snipe it.
Ooh.
Great recovery from Milky there to stay alive.
Go for some kill confirmed right now. That fishing rod coming out, a little ill-advised. That close. Ooh, spiky box with the turnip because he got 3.
Yeah, Hammy doing a really great job at adapting to Isabel's toolkit here. I mean, the fishing rod has not caught him very much anymore. The pebbles from the slingshot not really too effective. As Hammy's taking control of the airspace, I mean, Milky having a hard time really making the most of Isabel's moveset here, but it's still coming in clutch. I mean, the Lloyd Rockets has been solid. What a just huge everything on the line for Hammy there. Literally
That
putting
was actually
the entire game on the table.
That was actually super close to hitting. I think if they just read the roll, they would have probably gotten the rest. And I think that was a Hail Mary kind of option. They're like, all right, I've been getting hit a lot here. I've been getting a lot of unanswered percentage. I might as well just go for a kill confirm. If I miss it, whatever. I'm just gonna move on to the next game because I won the first one. If I hit it, well, suddenly I'm gonna be up 2-0. So not a bad decision, I think overall. Just puts a little fear in the mind of the opponent that yeah, I'm willing to go for these kinds of options.
Yeah, really good stuff. I mean, I love the statement being made, but of course, sadly, you cannot run through people in this game, so a little extra bit of
No.
pushback makes it even
I
harder
really,
to land
really
those
wish you
reps.
could run through people.
Yeah.
That was such a big mechanic. I loved it in Smash 4. I loved being able to use fast characters, dash right through the opponent, and have that insane pivot grab, because you actually slid a little bit when you did the pivot grab.
Oh, yeah.
Back in Smash 4, so you would actually get some positional advantage as well as the pivot grabs. And I think it just was there for more interactive gameplay overall.
Mm-hmm.
Being able to dash through your opponent.
Yeah, exactly. It allowed players to not only have options around more advanced movement, but also to outplay your opponent with mix-up wise by keeping them on their toes on which side they're going to be approached from, and also making sure that they can't just shield and then expect you to always be in the same spot, right? I mean, in this
Exactly,
game,
exactly.
there's so many different moves that, for some reason, do or do not go through opponents, and it's kind of weird. I don't know. I don't know. It really gets broken sometimes.
It's a little iffy here and there, but
Yeah.
we're gonna just pretend we're none the wiser about this
No.
kind of with that kind of stuff, right?
It's all good.
Let bygones be bygones. The game's the way it is, and honestly, it's not a bad position. There are absolutely things that we wish could have been a little bit different, but I think we can't really complain about the game we have right now. It's an incredible and I think relatively balanced game, minus a few exceptions. Of course, people are always going to debate the reality of the game's existence, but I think, and of course, I enjoy watching this game to every
That's all that
extent.
matters. That's all that matters, yo.
Yep.
I mean, hey, speaking of enjoying the game, I'm sure these players are doing it. I mean, hey, shout outs once again to the Arkansas Arcade Association, bringing us some great matches so far. I mean, it's been nothing but a treat to watch these players put their hearts and soul in these matches, and of course, we were only just getting started. We're only in set 2, and I believe, are we at match point now?
No, we are at 1-1 actually.
Right.
We are tied 1-1 right now, and these guys are giving themselves that nice pep talk. I
I'm
can just
telling you,
only
dude.
imagine the conversations going out in that in that venue right now. It's like, man, you got this, bro. You got this. Yeah, shake it off, man. Shake it off. Oh shoot! What an incredible read. No, you got this, man. I think crowd and teammate hype play into competition really well. There's something to be said about momentum. Getting that backup from your teammates. It does go a
Morale.
long way. You might not think morale helps you out, but it can equate to a lot of momentum.
Yeah, I mean, being able to clear your mind of anxieties by having those teammates really support you is really important. And when you're at a big stage like this, when you're on grand finals, I'm working hard with the team this whole time, I feel like having those people behind you makes it that much easier to sit on stage and just have fun, right?
Absolutely. Well, Milky is getting the ball rolling right here. 37% unanswered. Interesting choice stage selection from Henwee, actually, though. Alos is a relatively big stage, big blast zones. Not the kind of stage I would expect to see this kind of matchup on. Two projectile or one zoner character and one kind of edge guard character in Jigglypuff.
Yeah, I want to say Isabelle like can be considered an edge guard / zoner, but I mean either way, her toolkit's just made to keep you away from her, right?
Yeah, exactly. And Kalos does kind of allow that as well. Those two platforms on the sides. Of course, you can plant the Lloyd Rocket anywhere just to make sure your opponent doesn't overstep their boundaries. And of course, Isabelle's slingshot right there, as we see coming out, just using that to create some zoning.
I love this from Henley. I mean, just backing off completely to allow Milk to not have any advantage over the zone, giving Milky that stage space, and then going in when you see a big whiff like that on the fishing rod. Really smart stuff so far.
Yeah, and only 57% on their first stock right now, and I feel like they could maybe fish for some rest kill confirms. Not sure if you want to risk it right now. It is still 1-1, so regardless of the result of this current game, the set is not going to be over just yet. So there's a way, if there's a time to play risky, I think you can do it right about now while you have a stock lead.
Oh, definitely. Great parry there from Henley, getting this edge guarding started, but not quite able to keep up on that platform tech chase. All good, get him next time. The patience from Henley has been so good, it's so rewarding, right?
He's gonna come out. Henley is looking really solid right now. Milky just cannot get any strings or hits going, and that's gonna be a big problem down the long run. I think this is where the Kalos, this is where we might have misinterpreted the Kalos stage. It looks like it's a lot more difficult for Milky to find stock right now, given the size of those blast zones.
Yeah, I mean, Henley's showing some real patience here on how they want to approach. How he wants to really like start taking control of this game and start slowing down the pace as well. But Milky's gonna do the same thing. You can't just keep approaching as much as you want. You can't be throwing out as many spells as you want, and you gotta be extra careful about the fishing rod because it's gonna be so vulnerable. Someone like Henry who's looking for these punishes just like that.
There goes the balloons. No
all the way deep.
tech right there. Oh gosh, those balloons. Yeah, you're not going to make it back. That's why I said the biggest thing to look out for in this matchup is if Isabelle does not have a jump, and it's hunted season for Jigglypuffs.
Yeah, great chance for Henley here. 132%, 3-stock lead. This is looking
I
beautiful.
feel like we're going to see a rest attempt.
Yeah, might as well, right? I mean, you're already at kill percent. There's the back throw, you're done.
There's the back
Balloon
throw.
popped.
There's the back throw you've been looking for, but one complete stock deficit compared to Milky right now, who only is at 1 stock. And Henley's looking really poised right now. Yeah, there's the rest option. Just at low percent, you got nothing to lose. Yeah, you got nothing to lose. You can't die. No way. Not from Isabelle. Maybe like Kazuya or something.
Yeah.
Or DDD. Or Bowser. You know, people with
strongest
some strongest smash attacks in the entire game. Against one of the lightest characters in the game. And yeah. But Isabelle, nah, little doggy, little party popper, little doze.
What matches one more time? We'll stay in this. They got a game up, so they have time. They have plenty of time to make this set happen.
Yeah, they're just stalling things out right here. Don't have to overcommit to anything. Ooh, rolls right into the Lloyd Rocket though. A little ill-advised. 81%. Suddenly, this is looking maybe doable if Milky can just get this stock nice nair. That's gonna lead to maybe a revenge. Oh no!
Wow!
Oh.
What a roll out of the grab there. And there's the back end. Seal the deal.
Yep.
Very good stuff from Henley. Of course, that patience again, like really dictating how that game flowed.
Absolutely. Just slowing down the pacing of the game right there towards the end. Got those edge guards, and like we said, probably gonna see a rest right here at low percent just because you have an extra stock to give, you have nothing to lose, because I doubt Isabelle is really gonna be able to zero death your stock. Not exactly a combo character, just gonna get 1 or 2 straight hits. You take 20-30% for a rest attempt. Well, I think that's relatively worth it. Of course, getting a little bit close to the end right there, Henley very easily lost that second stock, made it a last stock situation for both players, but ultimately was able to secure that second win with that back air, and the Kalos stage looked really good right there. Just created a lot of space, made it a lot harder to actually KO Puff right there, especially given Isabelle's lack of power overall.
Yeah, I mean, trying to actually take care of Puff can be tougher than people assume because, of course, like you said, second lightest character in the game. But on top of that, the movement is so solid, and you can see how Henley was playing the game, just how much Henley likes to back off, give Isabelle space, and does not try to really take any approach, take any risk when approaching, because why bother? You have that time, you have that movement, you have that patience to sit back and wait for a golden opportunity, and you capitalize on it each and every time. So goes to show just how experienced of a Puff player he really is, and able to control that motivation to keep running in, to settle down on the pace, and make it your game to play.
Absolutely. Well, we are heading into game point for the second set. Currently, the set record is 1-0 in the favor of the BH button mashers, but of course the Smash and Wolves A trying to make that comeback, represent with Henwy. He is trying to make it a 1-1 even set overall record between the two teams, and yeah, I can just imagine what the pep talks are going like right now, you know.
Yeah, the pep talks, I mean, from what we're hearing from production, it's looking pretty intense, but I mean, hey, you love to see that kind of action, that kind of energy in a tournament like this. It's now or never, really.
Yeah. It's now or never. It's do or die. You have an additional game to give up now with 2-1 lead. You have a little bit of a cushion. You are at game point, but if you can avoid it, I think you definitely want to avoid having to go to match point. Obviously, risk losing 2-0, but hey, that's all speculation right now. Suplex, we're gonna have to see what we get into as we go into game number 4, getting ready with their stage picks once again. Pretty sure that they're just talking with each other's strategy, figuring out habits, what they should be doing better, what they need to adapt with, maybe potential character swaps for counter picks. Who knows? There's a lot of stuff they could be talking about.
Yeah, there's a lot of options here, a lot of ideas you can throw around, but above all else, keep that composure, keep that game plan in your brain, keep that patience you're seeing Henwy put on the field. I mean, when one player wants to start playing patient, if you don't have a near perfect defensive plan, you gotta also play patient. Gotta make sure to test their patience, make sure to see how long they're willing to wait, how long they want to try and go just for that kind of patience play, how like what kind of baits, what kind of punishes they want to try and go for, so you can bait them into your range. I mean, there's a lot of ideas you can throw around, but start playing their game.
It's very difficult to play around a patient player, because if they have a lead, you better believe that they're never going to approach you. You're going to get so their whole game plan revolves around, you know, you're going to get frustrated, you're going to make some linear decisions, and that's just going to make you easy to read, and of course that's just going to snowball into you losing eventually, maybe, because you just get more and more predictable.
Now, I mean, I don't blame someone for getting impatient against a patient player, but when it comes down to it, you can't allow a lead to make that frustration happen, right? I mean, a lead, of course, is going to be somewhat disheartening, as you know, it might be that much harder to win the game, but there's always a huge chance available. But when you get your program pop like that, you're going to be okay. Ooh, just barely.
Actually, very fortunate right there. You gotta remember, only the balloons pop, and then Isabelle goes in a free fall. But if Isabelle still gets hit, then it doesn't matter if the balloons pop, because you can just up B again. So that's one thing to keep in mind of. But I don't think it's gonna matter to Henwy, because Jigglypuff, like we said, one of the best characters, probably to edge guard character like Isabelle.
Yeah, there's a lot of ideas Henwy can throw around to try and make this edge guard happen. So many tools that Jigglypuff have, and it's really just comes down to the movement, the expert play, land those back airs like that, just the right time to punch that dash tag. Milky down first stock in this match point game.
One game, but it wouldn't be match point overall. There's still one potential head-to-head set left, but Milky, trying to close the door right now, is going to secure that first stock, bring things back to even. They do have to win 2 games to get to or 1 game here to get the match point, and of course they have to win the match point game to secure the win. But Henwy, making it really difficult right now, has the lead.
Ooh, first time I've seen a rollout so far.
Slightly though.
Ooh, back here almost enough. Great DI from Milky, hanging in there. But a nair. Good luck checking that one. The angle's so rough. It's a reverse hit ball.
Yeah, I don't even think I would have been ready to take that. I was not expecting that kind of launch angle to happen. I thought you were gonna maybe get sent a little bit more outwards or inwards towards the stage, not directly under it. But hey, whatever you need to do to get the stock in Henwy right now is in a full stock lead.
Yeah, really good stuff from Henwy. I mean, like, also not to mention, the down air has been the like standard edge guarding tool for Henwy and seeing the Nair come out all of a sudden. You did
Okay.
not just try that. Get out of here.
Okay, that's
Get
a
outta
little
here.
that's a little BS. No way! No
Let's
way!
go!
No way! No way! No! No!
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. I mentioned it. I mentioned it in the very first game. The very first game I mentioned it. And now it's happened.
No. That was a
Yeah.
literal 0-2 death.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, yo. One move TOD. I warned Henry about going off stage against Fishing Rod, getting caught by that, and thrown to the blast zone. And here we are now at a 2-2 situation. Match point. I'm telling you. I told you, Henry. Did you listen to me? No, because you want the style points. You want to win with finesse.
Oh my god, there's no way that rest off stage cost them the game.
Oh, you love to see it. You love to see it.
you reap what you sow, Suplex. You went from the BM play. I have to respect it as an opponent, but you know what? If you're gonna give me an opportunity to make the comeback, I'm gonna make it happen. There's
100%.
actually no way that happened.
No, really good stuff from Henry there. I mean, you can't get more simple than that. A clean answer for Milky against an edge guarding attempt. And I was trying to think about how Henry would try and approach a fishing rod attempt. And you can try and go over it, you can try and go under it as well, because it kind of goes like at that slight arc, right?
It's a slight arc, and it doesn't go through shields. So
No, it
that's
does not.
that's the main thing that we've noticed. It's very difficult to land that fishing rod because it's kind of like that little bit of an arch, and it's really meant for more grounded based opponents if they're just running in or something. And of course, Jigglypuff is always going to be in the air, so it's very difficult to land that fishing rod unless you get a very specific interaction. But again, we saw it really pay off.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm actually still losing my mind over that.
I'm
There's no
positive
way.
Milky's team's popping off. Like that was
That
absolutely beautiful.
was probably as optimal as you could get. Town and City has the smallest side blast zones. You were already
that's true.
way out there, one hit away from actually just losing game number 4 and bringing this to a third head-to-head set. But suddenly, instead, we are at potential match point.
Yeah, I mean, any later, Milky would have been caught with that forward air, would have been a done deal, and we would have been a 1-1 for the set count, and that would have been it. But now we're at 2-2 for this match, and this could be the end.
This could be a 2-0 and a handshake,
Yeah,
as we like to call it.
this could be interesting, yo. I'm sure that pep talk was pretty loud this time, because right now it's now or never between these two. Will we see Henry create a game 3 situation for the side, or no, really a set 3 situation for the side of Smashing Wolves? Or will we see Milky take it home for the BH button matches? Let's rock.
Stage back to Kalos. I honestly, I don't blame this. I don't blame this this stage. They did win on it, relatively convincing as well. It worked out for them. It was so difficult for Milky to get those kill confirms, but maybe we could see a little bit of a momentum shift right there. No doubt in my mind that taking a stock like that and being able to just make a comeback game at the very end of game number 4, you got to have some momentum riding into this, right?
Yeah, on top of that, like, not only is the momentum looking really good for Milky, but
Confidence.
yeah, the confidence as well, and I want to make sure to warn them that don't want to get to your head, because don't you get a little bit too over-aggressive in a matchup like this, Henry is going to walk away with it. Same thing goes for Henry as well. I mean, running into the most unfortunate smash attack you can get, Missbell, that party popper, that up tilt, or up smash stop sign, it's terrifying, yo. But right now, that first stock, going of course to Henry, gonna get up real nice and gonna hold that lead now.
Yeah, 81%. I hope that they maybe slow down a little bit. Oh, wow, that up smash, a little bit too slow right there. Didn't get anything going up throw on the fishing rod command, or, well, it's not really command grab, but it's sort of a throw. I don't know. It's a throw, but it's not a command grab, so.
Yeah. I mean, I'm surprised they
It's
didn't go for the back throw there because they were so close to the ledge, but gonna bet in the up throw that time and hopefully get one more
Yeah,
to
gonna bet-
sell the stock.
Just betting that the up throw is going to be enough. Ooh, back here is actually not going to send Vortex scenario. And Henry's not out to play anymore. He just wants to end it. Yeah.
No style points to be earned now. It's all W's. 3 stocks. Henry's looking sitting pretty. But now, of course, Milky answering back, bringing it down to this 2. And we saw it before. It happened again.
That is going to be the kill confirm off the Lloyd Rocket, but full stock deficit right now. You got to be so careful if you're Milky. You cannot afford to give anything away right now, but it's so difficult against Jigglypuff. I mean, just look at her, just staying in the air the entire time.
Really testing that patience for Milky, but you can see Milky getting a lot of reward off of these anti-air juggles here. Forcing Henry to try and approach a bit more smart, more cautiously, not just floating around.
He's really slowing down the Henry. He's really slowing down the pace of the game right now, and I think that's paying dividends for them right now. But of course, Milky is getting those stray hits. Oh, that Lloyd Rocket's gonna be huge. Oh, okay, I was gonna say maybe get a kill confirm if you get that Lloyd Rocket. Nice throw right there.
The pressure from the Lloyd Rocket on the ground right in front of Henley was so much that he couldn't move. He just locked in the shield and realized that it was get grabbed or jump away, and couldn't react to either option fast enough.
Oh, don't burn your jump that early. I was gonna say that's so hard for Milky. You can't burn that jump too early. Jigglypuff, you know, is a character that's just gonna edge guard you.
Oh no, not the
She-Rod.
fishing rod. Yeah, really good stuff. Henley dropping off that ledge, getting that clean back air hit. Now we're going to that extra fresh set 3, yo. It's time. It's time.
Okay.
Henley keeps him in it.
It has to be reassuring to know, that Game 4 didn't cost you anything. I know it might have been a big momentum shift for, of course, the H button mashers, but ultimately they were able to bring things back up to 1 set each apiece, which means we are going to see our third head-to-head matchup suplex. We should be seeing Serena, and she is going to be playing against Gentry Collier.
I believe Kraft? That's the coach.
Oh wait, that's the coach. Oh my goodness, I
You
can't
know,
read
it's
Kraft.
Serena versus Kraft. Yeah.
Kraft.
Oh,
Oh
we're getting
my-
the coach in there. Jump in, yo.
We're getting the coach in there. No, they have to be a coach for a reason, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. This could be good, yo.
mean-
No, yeah.
I think I would make a decent coach in this game. I
You
don't know.
think? You think?
This could be an ego check, right?
Alright, how's your Metafy looking? Yeah, you got a Metafy up?
Anyways, we're getting ready for the next head.
This will be good. This set will be nice. I am looking forward to it. I want to see if we see another lightweight matchup, or we're going to seeing more of a speed battle. I mean, we haven't seen a lot of Fox. We haven't seen a lot of Greninja.
The sets we've seen so far have been a lot slower. Actually, they've been more projectile based, slow and methodical characters. We started this whole thing out with Snake versus Toon Link, evolved into Snake versus Wolf, a little bit more faster paced, but then we slowed it right back down with Isabelle and Jigglypuff. So we've seen both ends of the spectrum. We've seen the middle end of the spectrum. So I'd say it's any which way right now. We've seen kind of all three kind of different play styles. We've seen scrappy to slow, methodical, campy, no overcommitments, kind of just slow the pace of the game down with Jigglypuff versus Isabelle. So I want to see what we have here. Once again, Serena versus Kraft.
Yeah.
Number 3.
This will be good. No, I do also want to see if we're going to see a lot of pressure around slowing down that game once again, like you said. But on top of that, we're going to see more character swaps to really exemplify that. I mean, we've seen characters that are really good at it already, but there are even more options out there on the roster. On top of that, keeping your opponent on their toes, especially in a tense set 3 situation like this could be the point in time where you need to bring out those secondaries, bring out those mix-up characters to really keep your opponent on their toes.
Absolutely. And once again, I think it's worth Oh wait. Oh, sorry. I just saw some quick notes from production, but I was gonna say is something very interesting to make note of. Wow, I lost my train of thought.
No,
Oh my god, don't you hate when that happens?
Yeah.
Don't you hate when that happens?
We were talking about the patience and slowdown of the
Yes,
Smash
thank you.
setup.
We were talking about the patience
Yeah.
and the slowdown, and I think that was probably it's a very interesting style of gameplay because it's such a tilter. It's such a different mindset to go into because not everyone can play patient, right?
This is true, and on top of that, not every character can play as effectively patient as another character. I mean, we saw how Isabelle trying to also slow down that pace, but Isabelle's much more specialized in getting those whiff punishes and getting those actual confirms off of situations in neutral, compared to Jigglypuff, who's hoping to just really slow down the game as much as possible, float down wherever they like, whenever they like, and then get that punish in, then get that high damage, get that edge guard situation, and create their game plan off of really making you exhaust your own.
Absolutely, absolutely. I think the pep talks are also a big factor of it because you know, when you're playing, when you aren't able to necessarily play as patient as you would like to, or you know, you're getting in your own head. I think those teammates just to help pick you up, right? That's gonna be a long way to go throughout these sets, just because you know you overreact to something, you get in your head. Maybe just have your teammates be like, hey man, you still got this, we still believe in you, you just gotta slow things down, take a quick breather, and get right back into the game. It's very difficult to be able to do that on your own, you know, realize, it's like, yeah, I'm getting a little bit tilted here, I just need to take a step back, breathe for a second, and really figure out a proper game plan instead of just being like, alright, you know what, I'm just gonna go in guns blazing, do whatever, become really predictable.
Yeah, I mean, not only slowing it down thanks to your opponents, but also thanks to your teammates as well, because when they're able to keep you in that flow, keep you in that game, that same strategy that was initially in your head, that can eventually totally get swapped up just in how you play, how your opponent plays. It's terrifying to think about not only how tough it is to hold down that mental stamina, keep your game plan locked in, but also to make sure you're adapting to your opponent, keeping up with them, and also staying true to what you know will work.
That is the name of the game, Suplex. It's just, the word of the day is adaptation.
Adaptation.
Imagination.
Hell yeah. And oh no, speaking of imagination, what of zoning these characters can actually offer is truly unlimited. Really good stuff to see a Palutena and an Eskimo.
Yeah, Palutena, there's one of those top tiers you were talking about. She is considered to be one of the top tiers of the game. She has incredible options.
You're gonna love to be playing as Ness here if you're on the side, of course, of Craft, be it Button Mashers. Being able to quick ups is so good, but that forward smash is even stronger, yo. Just holding that down. Serena, she's got fire.
Serena, she got that fire, man. Just absolutely reading Ness get up right there. Little bit, no rage on the get up attack either, so comparatively to that smash attack, Palutena's kind of chilling. She's the goddess and she's here to make you bow.
Entirely. And of course, don't forget, Palutena does have that shield, and it is able to neutralize a lot of attacks. That back air especially is going to be really safe against many approaches, and I'm going to trade with much because you are more or less invulnerable from the front with that shield in play.
Serena's showing some incredible game knowledge right there. She actually did a get-up attack against Ness. Oh, I like that counter attempt. Once again, see, she's doing get-up attack. I really like that she understands that you have to do that against Ness when he's charging up that yo-yo at the ledge. So that's one thing. You're guaranteed to hit Ness if you get-up attack at yo-yo. So that's good. That's a good matchup check right there. That's a good knowledge check.
He uses the counters as well. You can tell he's very experienced in using this character. I remember them playing Palutena. They're just all down at it to steal the deal. Was that back here?
Yeah, that is the back air. Intangible as well. Oh! Ooh. Can't do that. You cannot let Ness do that. That is always an option they're gonna have in the back pocket if you're not careful. Yeah, she did use her jump right there. I saw the little wisp of smoke. You have a little wisp of smoke when you earn your jump, so that's always something to keep in mind if you are playing this game. You're gonna see behind the characters that there's a little bit of a little wisp effect. That's how you know the characters lost their jump, and Serena burned their jump a little early, but didn't lose their stock for it, so no harm, no foul, I suppose.
And as long as you keep them cool, let yourself get too pressured. Craft, of course, put on the heat with the speaking of fires, but really good counter so far. Serena's staying calm, staying patient, waiting for the chance. Go ahead and jump in there with Music Punish. Both the Flame, of course, controlling so much space on stage. His get-up attack is still solid to cut out that overall mini game with the ledge there that Craft's creating. Back throw?
Stop right there. Yeah, that back throw. Second strongest back throw in the game. Used to be the strongest, but little new character in the game got introduced called Incineroar, and went from
Incineroar's now? That's interesting.
Yep, it's Incineroar's now. Went from strongest back throw in the game to second strongest. DK Thunder, yeah, I like that Serena, she didn't go out there to try to counter right there. Do not want to give any opportunity for the opponent. I'd allow them to just get back here because it should be a lot easier for you to get a stock. There's no jump. I think that should be it.
Oh,
no,
back?
the angles.
Oh, the little bit of wind from that forward smash making Kraft float a little bit longer than he'd like.
This edge guard is going on for a long time. Oh my goodness, tried to get an up tilt on the roll. 161% though. Palutena has her own back throw. Yo, I don't know if that... Oh, I was gonna say, I don't know if that explosive flame was smart. Oh, that was inches away. I'd be so scared right now.
Yeah, I mean, Kraft barely hanging in there right now. 161%. Anything clip Kraft at this point. That being Rapid. Speaking of clip, yep, that explosive flame slightly expanding at the end of a hit. Just enough to catch him from that PK fire. Very, very solid so far. And I mean, hey.
And at
good
161%,
showing.
that was a lot of damage that Serena was able to tack onto Ness right there towards the end. And that percentage was ultimately what resulted in that explosive flame being able to kill. Regardless of percent, I think maybe even 140 that probably would have done it, but of course 161 is just that much more of a guarantee. So Serena, she takes game number 1 over Kraft, who of course needs to make the comeback, but I did like how the Ness looked in that game. Definitely not a bad character matchup here. Pretty even, I want to say, overall. Maybe Palutena has a slight edge, and that's just because she has the ability to just run off Nair, loop, Ness, or something, back air with the intangibility. So I'd definitely say edge guarding wise, Palutena will have that advantage over Ness. So maybe slightly favored for Serena to have to say instead of my initial evaluation.
Just a little bit there, a little bit of a favor. I do want to say that this matchup isn't too heavy either way, but I can imagine it falling on the side of Serena for purely the way she's playing. I mean, not only has she been really solid at slowing down that pace and really making it her own game of approaching, and really just putting Kraft in that back foot, a defensive zone, to really force them to not only have to shield on their way in all the time, but also to make sure that they don't have a really good understanding of where Serena will be at all times and when they're going to approach, because Serena's been showing off really, really good approaches with minimal, like, I guess you can call it like charging, just like trying to push their way in every single time, because she's been so solid at just not only punishing but baiting out tools from Kraft here.
She's been playing effectively a very standard neutral for Palutena. What do you expect? Some nairs, some back airs, creating space, because compared to Ness, who only has the PK Fire projectile, and of course the PK Thunder to maybe chase them down, but not PK Thunder not necessarily a neutral option as much as an advantage option. So definitely utilizing your space correctly, utilizing those aerials correctly, and making the approach to Ness when it really matters. And Town & City, very interesting counter pick here. A stage that Palutena does like, but of course Ness, I imagine, is going to be on the stage because he wants to use that back throw. And a lot of Ness's kill options are more horizontal based, so those blast zones on the side being relatively small is going to help out a lot. Of course, Palutena is not going to kill as easily with the Explosive Flame as well, with the high ceiling in the stage format that we currently have right now.
And also imagine Palutena being a bit annoying on the stage, as you can imagine that pillar of light poking through those platforms, really threatening that space. And on top of that, I mean, Kraft, of course, able to throw the big pressures around, also the PK Thunder, would use that PSI magnet to really at least gain some health back if possible, if you're able to react to it. But we're just not going to make it easy, because she knows how much health you can recover as Ness.
Nice SDI right there. A little bit of a trade. Probably going to favor Serena, actually. 81% compared to 111. I think Palutena, like I said, has the advantage on space. Very fast ground mobility. Like, you see how fast she's moving here. Look at this. Serena just absolutely controlling space, not allowing Ness to maybe get any grabs going. Has to really work for that advantage state. Yeah, see right there. Tried to go for the grab to get that confirmed, but not going to work. Falling up air, though. Nice.
Why is that kill? Just a falling up air, yeah. Even with the final hitbox hit, but it did. And that good first stock off the board, the side of the Kraft, each button mashes. Hopefully we can get back on the board here as we get into just game 2 of our final set here. Go back air, not quite enough this time.
Yeah, there's going to be no rage right now for Palutena, so probably not going to do it. Nair, I don't think Ness used that jump right there, and that's gonna cost them. Burnt the jump a little early, made that recovery a very linear, very predictable, and Serena is going to capitalize on it.
They're trying to at least gamble on canceling the jump to try and mix up Serena, but Serena was just sitting there waiting to see what was going to happen and reacted simply and accordingly. Once again.
Gonna get up attack? Yeah, gonna get up attack, back throw. to get some stage position here. Ooh, I like that forward attempt for Serena. She just wanted to get a little bit more space, maybe get an edge guard opportunity. Like I said, I think Palu's biggest advantage versus Ness is her ability to edge guard him.
I mean, I can imagine Ness also having a pretty fun time comboing around Palutena. But once you're off stage as Ness, it's so rough against a character like this, and that forward are going to be so solid kicking out Ness at that long range. I remember the blast zone there off the platform.
Ooh, platform extension. Oh, I was gonna say Serena might be able to get a platform extension right here if Kraft is not careful, but
Oh, great bait on that counter.
Ooh, actually read the high recovery as well, just a little bit early. Explosive Flame just to cover that recovery. Once again, try to go for the yo-yo, gonna just get up attack. Gotta really be careful if you're gonna, I say you gotta be really careful if you're Kraft, if you're gonna use those down smashes.
The Kraft needs to get something started here. Momentum is completely swung in Serena's favor. She's got the lead, she's got extra stock, she's got Kraft at 105%, no matter getting this kill confirmed. Saw a really tight, almost comeback last match, but right now, I'm a little worried for Kraft to really see if he can make this his own lead instead of Serena's.
It'd be very difficult, and yeah, nice recovery right there, but not good enough because Serena was able to get the read. I think just because Kraft got sent out so far, it made the recovery way too linear, and of course Serena just sitting there, and really good reaction actually. Reacted to the high recovery and just punished appropriately and noticed that the platform was there, and of course the up air is going to cover that platform landing. So that is going to be 2-0 right now for Serena. We are at potentially match point, and this is probably the first time we've seen a game so dominant in this out of these 3 sets so far. Palutena just absolutely working over the Ness right now.
Yeah, I can imagine. Serena's feeling pretty good. Now, Kraft, if you're playing that Ness, I can only imagine the damage output for Ness is super solid in a matchup like this. So hopefully getting that flow going of getting those combos off, getting those edge guarding opportunities off. On top of it all off, the reads from Kraft have been really, really solid so far. So I can only imagine a hard read coming into play in this next match. Hopefully able to swing the tide of things, create that early lead maybe, or at least get some really good potential on the board and create a bit more pressure on Serena, because right now she's looking like she can't be stopped. I'm a little worried this set's going to be over in just one more game.
I think, like I said, I think just from the first interaction that we saw from them was her get-up attack into Kraft, particularly on the down smash attempts, is she understands this matchup, and she's playing it, in my opinion, flawlessly right now. She has not given up space, she has not overextended herself, she's gone for edge guards wherever she needed to. Serena's actually proven that this matchup is definitely not easy for Ness, and why I think my initial assessment was probably wrong. I definitely think Palutena is winning this matchup, probably.
Yeah, I mean, I want to say that it's more than winnable for Ness, but the way Serena's playing it, the knowledge is clearly there, and to top it all off, Serena's Palutena overall has been really solid at getting damage out, really solid at creating that space, controlling the zoning, and also not letting Ness really get a lot of health for free off that side magnet. You can see just how much Kraft really wants to get that free health off, putting out side magnet,
but it's
magnet in neutral all the time.
It's so minimal unless I think you get the auto recall, because you only absorb about 2% from the explosive flame, which is not going to equate to anything at the end of the day, because 2% is not going to 2% is probably not going to save your life. Maybe it will in a very, very, very specific percentage range, but otherwise, unless you're starting to heal 10, 20, 15%,
well,
might not be worth it.
I want to argue that the Cymatic, the healing is the cherry on top for the entire move. I mean, think about it. Your projectile invuln. You can literally just sit in neutral and not get shot, which is fantastic if you're Ness. Fantastic if you're Kraft. Not having to worry about that zoning. And getting the healing at the same time, that's fantastic. But even more importantly, is making sure you're not slowing down your pace too much, trying to focus on it. It's rewarding, of course, just on a lot, yes, but does it get you percentage? Does it get you in the lead? No, it does not. And focus on that offense and start cleaning it up. And put Serena on the back foot, because right now it is truly now or never to make Kraft truly adapt properly to this matchup.
There's a place to do it. I think small battlefield is not a bad stage choice actually. Ness can get some platform shenanigans going. Palutena can do the same actually. So very similar advantages, but once again, I think the stage pick here is just simply because Ness likes having those smaller blast zones, maybe a little bit more boxing with Palutena, just so she can't space out Ness as much.
And Palutena, of course, let's turn into boxing. Really solid close range normals. Really, actually, really high priority close range normals as well. And they all lead to really good combo tools, so I wouldn't worry too much about
No
Serena.
jump.
Right now, trapped, hoping to make this back. What a counter
No
to
jump.
seal that deal.
Yep. We saw right there that Crafters actually used their jump a little bit early, but they're gonna immediately retaliate off that Angel platform. So it's not no worse for wear right now. They're at even stocks right now, 2 stocks apiece.
Great place to be in here. If you craft, evening that up. 128% down, that's alright. That's a mere combo away from taking that lead back.
So Flame trading out with that PK Fire. There we go. That's gonna be a lot of damage. 20% off that PK Fire. Look at that.
Get that up air now as well. Craft hoping to seal this deal. Get the stock started. Already at 90%. 100 almost death there off the top.
Okay, surprisingly, I think that
What?
I said it earlier. I don't think I said it earlier. I don't think the explosive flame is gonna matter. I think it mattered there. That 2% probably actually just
Yeah.
saved their life from that up air.
Yeah, I mean,
Commentator
like I
cares
mentioned
in a
earlier,
different way.
Simon's just a cherry on top here, but what I'm more worried about is Craft's edge guarding game and keeping Serena pressure on the ledge because we're with the same option every time. And if Serena's going to keep dealing with the edge guarding as well, it's going to be tough for Craft to really steal these stocks away. Solid forward
Yeah.
there as well. Serena taking the lead here.
Off the down tilt as well. Not a kill confirmed, but just waited out for an option and just punished it appropriately. That forward air was going to be enough to take the nest, and here we go. The Blender, 42%.
Goodness gracious. It just keeps stacking up. Multi-hits as well. So hard to punish that one. Quite a disjoint.
Just trying to
That's
get
walking
any.
away.
Ness just trying to get any semblance of like anything going. Just need to find themselves in the advantage state, but they're gonna get caught with that explosive flame, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is going to result in your winner today. Serena securing game number 3 in set number 3, and we gotta say congrats to the one, the only Smash and Wolves A team.
Very clean, very clean. That was truly beautiful stuff. You love to see a matchup like that. I mean, it was really good play overall. You can see the Serena, of course, how that Palutena, she was looking really solid, able to close out that last set 3-0 after such a tight series beforehand. I mean, from each player, of course, Henley and of course Osweet are playing really solid in this set, and it was fantastic, yo.
Absolutely suplex. Well, I wish we could have time for more words today, but looks like we do have the word for production that we do have to move on to the next game. So I think with that out of the way, we have to give our shout outs. Of course, we got to shout out Play Versus for their incredible work. We got to shout out the Arkansas Activities Association, the triple Arkansas. Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy.
I'm serious. What do you mean?
Nah, I know it's Arkansas.
My apologies. I don't know. I'm trying to
It's
respect the
a
state.
tomato.
Respect
I
the
think it's a
state.
tomato tomato kind
Is
of
it?
argument.
Okay, well, I
right?
mean, I don't know
It's-
then. I mean, I'm only half American.
I don't. I've heard Arkansas more than I've heard Arkansas, but you know.
But no, yeah.
So yeah, I think you're definitely right. But yeah, the Arkansas Activities Association. Play Versus, of course, we got TGS in the background with the production as well, helping us out. And of course, you, Suplex. Thank you so much for joining me, man.
I appreciate you, man. Even if I spell check you like that, my bad.
Yeah.
We're still out here.
You're calling me out, bro.
Sorry, man.
Arkansas or Kansas, like, can't we just let tomato be the same? Like,
I
bro,
know. English sucks, dog.
English does suck, man.
Yeah, that's about a wrap. Thank you all again. Both teams, Play Versus. Appreciate y'all. Have a good one, yo.